Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my garden. I figured with high summer temperatures right around the corner, I'd go over some of my favorite heat-resistant plants. All right, so as me and my son start to pull some weeds in the garden, I figured I would start with number 6, rose bushes. One of the most well-known flowers, having its cultivation roots starting some 5,000 years ago around South to Southwest China. Having been planted in ancient gardens for millennia, though they are not as heat tolerant as some of the other plants on this list, they do alright, with optimal temperatures between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, with the plant starting to experience elevated stress and decreased flower production in temperatures exceeding 90 degrees. They require the most care of the plants on this list, but they're always a beautiful addition to any garden or yard. Now, that brings us to number 5, mulberry trees. It's another good plant that could withstand the summer heat particularly well if well watered. With humans having eaten and cultivated mulberry trees for millennia, there is a few varieties to choose from, with each having pros and cons, with my favorite and native to my country being the red mulberry tree. You can find it in well-watered places with full sun that can grow up to 60 feet, making it a good shade and fruiting tree. Now, that brings us to number 4, morning glories. First being classified in 1753 by Carl Linnaeus in his first edition Species Plantarum, is known as a vining plant with beautiful trumpet-shaped flowers that can be grown as annuals in colder climates and perennials in frost-free environments. Native to around the Americas, they are generally heat-resistant once established, with optimal temperatures between 64 and 80 degrees and being able to withstand prolonged exposure to temperatures over 90 degrees Fahrenheit. In well-watered conditions, they are a great look to any garden, growing fast and far. So, number 3 is going to be the pomegranate shrub. Having some of the first recorded evidence of cultivation around 4,225 years ago, near the Tigris and Euphrates Valley, modern-day Iraq. With that in mind, they thrive in regions with temperatures around 85 degrees Fahrenheit at least 120 days of the year. And also, with being able to withstand lows as low as 12 degrees Fahrenheit, they are hardy plants. Coming from arid or semi-arid region, they produce fruit in as little as 3 years, and they are a top choice to grow and a good choice for summer's heat and winter's frost. Number 2 is going to be beans. First starting to be domesticated around 8,000 years ago, with the common variety being introduced to the world with the landing of Europeans in the Americas. Since then, beans have become staples in many cultures, with some of the more known beans in my area being kidney, black, and pinto beans. With these common beans coming from mostly tropical hot areas, they don't do so bad in the heat, thriving in temperatures between 70 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. With pole bean varieties handling the heat better, I like to plant them at the base of a fence and let them use the fence to grow up. That can help with a few things: better earth circulation for the plant and making it easier to harvest off the fence, and it could provide some relief shade for some of the other plants that may need it. Now, that leads us to number 1, and my personal favorite, corn. It has been cultivated for about 10,000 years, starting in southern Mexico. Since then, corn has spread across the world and it is grown in most environments, and for that reason, corn is pretty heat resistant. Having been able to withstand temperatures of up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit for short periods of time, there is a reason you could drive the country and see farms filled with corn. They are hardy and grow good. And a tip I have for corn is don't plant just a few plants. Corn likes to be planted in large groups, at least 4 rows by 4 feet deep. This will keep them from blowing over in the wind and helps with pollination, resulting in more ears of corn. Please like and subscribe and comment down below with any questions you guys have, and I will catch you guys on the next video.